we've got the best tunes on dispatch, iACADEMY's first and only music-centric podcast. Original renditions of your favorite songs, reviews, and then some, all under one roof. You're tuned in to the Music Lowdown with Xavier and Boas, powered by iACADEMY. Welcome to your favorite bi-monthly habit, iACADEMY's first and only music-centric podcast, the hyper-musically charged Music Lowdown at your beck and call. Once more is Rookie Boas of 99.5 Play FM.
And what is up, guys? It's your boy Xavier back at it again with another episode. What is up, guys? This is the Music Lowdown. We are back, and this is our 8th episode. Yeah, man.
Wow. Episode number 8, huh?
Yeah, man. We've been running this podcast for how many months already? We've been doing this since August, and my gosh, we are on our 8th episode. What is up, man? That's something big for us, man.
Woo. Xavier, look, man, I just lost count completely. I don't keep tabs on these things anymore because I'm having so much fun, and time just flies over your head when you're having so much fun, you know? I'm glad I'm sharing this experience with you, and it's going great so far. And we're going to talk about the finals. I know it's coming up. It seems unnerving. It seems super daunting, but we got you guys covered. You know, we never cheap out on the sauce, and we always got you. No, we're not stingy with it. We're never stingy with the sauce, and we're always going to give it to you guys. So for those of you a little scared to take it, we got you. We got some tips lined up for you.
Yeah, definitely. We got you guys. And for this episode, of course, it's going to be all about positivity, specifically about friendship. Of course, November is Friendship and Anti-Bullying Month. So, we already did anti-bullying in our Halloween episode, our previous episode. This time, we're going to touch on that friendship sauce. All right? So, we got the positivity all down. Let's get straight to it. So, yeah. And of course, this is not a music lowdown episode unless we open with a song. All right. So, Boas, what are we going to be performing? What are we going to be performing for our awesome listeners today?
We're going off with John Mayer's very first single. Yes, his very first single from his first record, Room for Squares. We're kicking things off on a high with No Such Thing. And let me tell you about No Such Thing, Xavier. You know how songs have this certain effect on us. You know how songs just induce or evoke different feelings, right?
Yes,
And for me, this song is very emblematic and allegorical of school.
Okay.
Right? Listening to the song is like the sonic equivalent of walking into a middle school, and I get to vicariously live it through this song. And it's such a time capsule. I love it. It's very 2001 song. Very 2000.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
very singer-songwriter.
Music really has the ability to become like a time machine whenever you listen to a certain song. Definitely.
Yeah, look, man. Songs and pictures and videos, dare I say, are the closest things we have to a time machine.
Yeah,
I love it. I love them. I love that we get to cherish them and champion them through this podcast, man.
Yes, definitely. So yeah, without further ado, we are gonna be back performing our opening song in 3, 2, 1.
Take your life, write it out and
that was No Such Thing off of John Mayer's debut record, Room for Squares, and that was quite a record.
Woo!
That was quite an introduction to John Mayer. Very good sampler played into what he's capable of, especially on the acoustic guitar. So for the uninclined, for the unenlightened, do check that out. Don't miss out on that. And Xavier, let me tell you about the early 2000s. What was the aggregate of what was coming out? You had a bunch of singer-songwriters. They were coming a dime a dozen, right? Their rise to fame was second to none. I mean, notably John Mayer, more saliently, Norah Jones. I think she was the head of that snake.
Okay, yeah.
A lot of people latched on to Norah Jones. They were contemporaries. They were the ones on the singer-songwriter bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Johnson, Dave Matthews, John Mayer, Norah Jones. You got Coldplay. Oh yeah. How did you forget about Coldplay? You know, one of the best to ever do it. So those were the up and coming fledgling artists from that time. And it's so funny how now they're so established.
Yeah. I mean, the 2000s were really something else, especially for our generation. That was the time that we were growing up. So the artists back then, for sure, they still stick with us whenever we listen to their music from all the way back then. And to think of it, man, like 2000s, the 2000s started 20 years ago, man. Wow.
What?
Yes.
Xavier, really now? Oh, come on, man. Come on, you're making me do deep introspections into my age.
Yeah, if you think about it, it's 20 years ago. Like, wow. Damn.
Man, you're revealing my age, man. Please.
And it should be revealing my age, man.
Okay.
I'm the 90s. I'm the 90s guy over here. More at the edge of the 90s, man.
Yeah, the tail end. The 11th hour.
Yeah, but that's cool. It's cool. So yeah, for this episode, we gonna be talking about friendship. But first, before we get into that, I think we should address something that is quite big and quite important. Of course, it's November, and November right now in our term schedule here in college is going to be the introduction and the entry towards the finals season, guys. So yeah, this episode is gonna be releasing during that pivotal moment, that time of the year again for all of us college students. Yes, final season is coming up once again. This is a critical period, and yeah, with it's understandable that a lot of work and a lot of assessments are gonna be coming in, and with that, I'd like to take a few minutes, all right, boys, to address the fact that some people are kind of getting stressed by all the work that's coming in and the situation right now with online classes. And guys, it's perfectly normal, all right? It's final season, so the stakes are way higher compared to midterms week. So yeah, here we got this segment, all right? We got this segment. Of course, it won't be a music lowdown episode with some tips, tricks, and good sauce for y'all. So yeah, this is the final survival guide. What is up, guys? So yeah, we dropped one for online class survival guide. We did one for midterms, and of course, it ain't gonna be complete unless we do a final survival guide. So yeah,
it's becoming a staple. It's becoming a staple.
Yes. And yeah, and I think it should be something we should address because, you know, bro, this is like the first legit finals we're having under online classes.
Right. Yeah. There's a glaring need for it, given how students are just like panicking over this new experience.
Yeah.
It's a new experience for everybody. It hasn't been done before. It hasn't been trodden, but we're all in this together. And to those of you who have been ardently listening to the podcast, you will know for a fact that we're not stingy with the sauce. We're not stingy with the tips. So we're always here at your beck and call, at your disposal. Hell bent on giving you guys the best content and the best tips. Without further ado, let's do this, Xavier.
All right, so let's get. So anyway, yes, this is okay. So this isn't technically the first finals we've had under online classes. We already had finals last term. For those who were in IAC last term, all right, we had finals last term, but it was more of like a hastily put together kind of finals. You know, it's more of like just short and quick assessments in like smaller batches. But this time, since we started off the term online, So I consider it as a legit
It's
online
the real
class
deal.
finals, the real deal essentially.
It's the real deal. Yeah.
So yeah, let's get into the sauce. Let's drip right onto it. So yeah,
Drip, baby.
yeah, let's drip right onto it. Boaz, bro, you wanna? Yeah, I just thought of that. Let's drip right into it. Let's get it.
Man, I love your nomenclature, man. I learned so much. I learned so much from you.
All right. You, bro, why don't you start off this segment? Let's get it, man.
Yeah, let's kick things off with a very illuminating first tip.
All right.
I'd like to think, tip that gets often, I think, swept under the rug, you know, gets overlooked, but it doesn't diminish how vital and how imperative it is. That's to have a constant communication with your profs.
Oh,
I think we
definitely,
overlook
yes.
this a lot. And you need to have a constant banter, a constant back and forth, if you will, constant commentary on what it is you have to do, so that when you're doing it, there's no room for ambiguity anymore, and you're just going off of it from a very pellucid place, a very clear place. The last thing you want is for there to be any ambiguity, or for certain things to be murky, or for you to be kept on the dark about certain things that your teacher or your prof may not even be privy to in the first place, right? So you got to tell them, you got to communicate to your profs some of the things that you find nebulous or vague, and that's helped for me at least, and I hope it does the same for you guys. Shifting gears now to Xavier, I'd love to hear your first tip, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, with what you said, bro, like communication with your profs.
Right.
Guys, if you're not, if you need to clarify something, if you're not sure about what you're doing, it's always good to ask your profs. It won't hurt. It's not gonna deduct your grade. Your profs are there to guide you and to help you. All right. So yeah. Anyway. So on to my first one, all right. So I
Sure.
would say, it's a good tip here is to always finish your individual assessments or finals first. So, right, so right now I don't know how it works for you guys, for you boys, or like the other viewers out there, but from on my side, like we have finals that are individually assigned, and there are finals that are by group project.
We have that
right?
too.
All
We
right,
have that
cool.
too.
Good. So a trick that I find very helpful is finishing the work that's individually tasked or the individual finals first. This because you have full control of when you do it, and these assessments are usually smaller or require less effort. And the fact that it's individual means that you can do it yourself. And what I do is I like to clear up all my individual tasks and assessments and then leave the group works for later. And because these group works are usually heavier, they need more work, they need more time. And at least by doing this, you would have more time to work on your group project. So yeah, clear out all the other stuff that you know that you can do ASAP and then leave the group projects for later. So yeah, there's that.
Pivoting back to my neck of the woods, my second tip would have to be, and I know, let me just give you guys a bit of a preface on this one. I know that this may sound like I'm rationalizing it a little more too much than what I have any right to, but I think it pays to chop your reviews up into segments and be more cerebral about your attacks with it. You know,
Okay.
I'd like to think that I have a method to my madness, and I'd like to think that making these pointers, right, and planning what I have to study for in a certain day further optimizes the progress to be gained from said day. And I find myself being more productive when I do these things. So make pointers and figure out and reconcile within yourself beforehand what it is you're going to study for that day, how you're going to segment it, right? So that's something you're going to have to reconcile and rationalize within yourself.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's my spiel.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, always having like a plan or like a plan of attack on how you're gonna approach all the stuff that you're gonna be doing. That's something really good. That's something that's quite good and important. So yeah, on my second one, I think for this one, my second one, it kind of builds off on your first tip and on my first tip as well. Going along with the theme of communication, I'm going into how like you can effectively work on your group projects, because like I think that's something that's kind of like a point of contention or something that people kind of find stressful.
Sure.
Like
Sure.
you have a group work or a group project, but you're all stuck at home, you're all quarantined. So yeah, with all of us like under lockdown, like working as a group is slightly more challenging due to the online learning setup. And I have found it kind of effective that maintaining a constant flow of communication in the group is a key factor to success when you're doing things online. So like one way you can do this would be like setting up like meetings on Google Meet, on Zoom, on Discord, or even on Messenger, even just a voice chat, And then while you guys are in that meet, you can work on the project as a group while the meeting is going on. So like that way you can all have like active communication, and you can address anything that needs to be worked on immediately as a group. So yeah, that's something
Yeah, man.
like I found really effective for group work.
No truer words have been said.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Couldn't agree with
what's
you
your
more.
next one, dude? What's your next one?
That's about the end of my trick bag, sir.
Oh, same.
Yeah, that's the end of my
So,
trick
yeah.
bag.
I mean, like everyone listening right now, first and foremost, good luck on final season coming up, and I hope you guys learned something from these tips that we got you. Guys, we got you here in the music lowdown. We got the sauce, we got the drip, and we came back this time with a finals survival guide. So yeah, we're making sure that you guys aren't left out or left behind in your academics. So yeah, there is that. So yeah, Boas, I think we should just like switch lanes and go back to the subject of friendship, man. Let's get back to the meat of this episode. So yeah, I would say like what I love about iACADEMY is that the environment and the culture of the school, it makes it easy for everyone to make friends. And here in my time staying in IAC, like I have made a lot of friends, and I was really surprised about this. Like I made friends with people from other strands and other courses, and yeah, that's cool. And fun fact about Boas, guys, listeners, like I met this guy in the school shuttle. Like that's how he and I friggin' met. And like that, the guy was like way different when I first met him. So yeah.
Yeah, we made it. There was a kinship right off the bat, right from the jump. There was a kinship there. There was an affinity, an immediate affinity, and here we are.
Yeah,
We've been married for 3 years, and
bro.
we've been going strong ever since.
And that's like really cool, like how music like allowed me and like a lot of my other friends to meet each other and like become like bros, homies, and friends. So yeah, that's a really cool thing. That's a really cool thing.
Sure thing.
If you're like a new student in IAC, and like this is like your first time, and your only exposure to like the school and the other people is like through online classes or the online setup, like legit, like the listener, whoever you are, like when the moment that face-to-face classes comes back online, and you get to go inside the campus and meet people in the flesh for like the first time, legit, you're gonna have like a way better experience. Trust me, like making friends in the school, it's really easy, and the people are really great. So yeah, no cap on that, legit.
No cap. Agenda number 1: make friends.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yes, sir. Speaking of the bonds we're making in school, I want to briefly brush up on some of the bonds that these larger than life celebrities are making as well.
Oh, right? Heck yeah, and
celebrities and cartoons
actually that's cool, man. And let me guess, are you segueing to our next segment?
Yes, sir. Friendship in media. Let's do it.
What is up? What is up? Let's
Friendship
get it.
in media, baby. So, if you're so inclined, Xavier, why don't you get the ball rolling, kick things off, man?
All right. So yeah, our next segment, friendship in media or famous friends, I don't know what you call it, but yeah, we're gonna be getting into these awesome, iconic duos, groups, bros, friendships, sisterhoods, whatever you call it. All of these like awesome tandems in the entertainment world. So yeah, why don't we kick off with like duos, like right?
Yeah,
You
man.
cool with that? Duos. When you say duos, like for me, like I think of like the duos are like the bros and homies of the screen. You know, like these guys like make up my childhood memories growing up, and I guess it's also the same for mostly everyone in our generation. And yeah, I'm thinking, you know, like Buzz Lightyear and Woody from Toy Story. I mean, you know, those guys started off as like enemies at first, but then, you know, once Woody got the point across that Buzz is a toy, boom, like those two are like friends for life. And who else? I'm thinking Tom and Jerry.
Tom and
Yeah.
Jerry.
That's classic. That's a classic. I mean those two are always fighting in every single episode of the series. But at the very end, like those two became like legit buddies, man. And yeah, another one would be Han Solo and Chewbacca from Star Wars.
Yes, sir. Let's
Yes,
go.
sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. I mean, what I don't get with like some people with Star Wars is that, for like the casuals when they watch Star Wars, like the number one thing I've come across when it comes to Han Solo and Chewbacca, both being together on the screen, like they say, like, "Oh, is that Han Solo's dog?" Like, bro, I don't get that, man.
They're equals.
They're not.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, they're equals, dude. That's what I don't get, man. Wow, Chewbacca's not a dog, man.
Right.
So yeah, there's that. Like you, like who else are you thinking of, man?
I'd be remiss not to mention the greatest twosome there is out there, Xavier and Boaz. You know, Xavier and Boaz. That's one.
Yeah, man.
They're just so. Oh, another. They're just so amazing. No, I'm just kidding. Pandering to oneself. Wow, amazing. Let's pivot now to an even more iconic duo, right? Their existences are just inextricably intertwined. And that's something I want to speak on. Batman and Robin, man. Particularly Bruce's relationship with the first Robin, Dick Grayson. I love the relationship that he cultivated through the crucible of filial struggle. They're in the same boat vis-a-vis losing their parents, right? When it comes to that, they're in the same boat. And I like how Bruce became that mentor figure to Dick, and how he walked him through the path of righteousness, as opposed to a darker, potentially pernicious route that he can't steer clear of otherwise. So I appreciate
definitely.
Bruce for doing that, you know, and I'm super excited for the Batman. Super excited for Robert Pattinson's take on the Batman.
Yeah.
I'm so bummed that it's gonna take 2
Another
more years
year,
roughly.
Yeah.
But to the people who put him on blast, and to the people who chastise him for his work on Twilight, honestly, watch any other movie that he's in apart from Twilight.
Yeah, definitely.
To those questioning his range and his aptness for the role of Bruce Wayne, I mean, watch pretty much any other project that he's done after Twilight,
like The Lighthouse, or you know,
right.
High Life, you know,
The Cosmopolis.
Yeah, like these like smaller like indie films that really highlight like the guy's, you know, talent and range.
Yeah, all the little minutiae, all the little ticks and nuances that he adds to his characters is amazing, and it's nothing short of completely sublime. And I guess the closest thing I could attribute or chalk up to him as Bruce Wayne would be his performance in Cosmopolis.
Oh yeah.
He carried himself in a very Bruce Wayne-esque way there, because he was playing a snotty, uppity, buttoned-up businessman or something.
Yeah, definitely.
If memory serves.
And then like okay, like back to like Batman and Robin, like who do you think would be like the perfect like Robin to pair up with Pattinson?
Oh, that's a good question, man. That's a good question. Oh,
like,
man, you put me on the spot.
Yeah, because like we didn't really get to see like a Robin paired with Affleck. So like, how about with Pattinson? Who do you think would be a good Robin?
I don't know. I want to throw my hat in the towel. Boaz Mariano, man. I don't know, man. I just want to throw my hat in the towel. I know I have no fighting chance. I'm out of my depth here. seriously out of my element. But hey, I've been meaning to play Robin. I'm built for this. Let's go.
Man.
I can pass off as 15. Come on. I don't look that grown. For the people who have no context, Xavier is very precocious in the face. He grew out facial hair at a very alarming rate.
Yeah.
From like 18 to 21, so he's very precocious in the face. So that's cool.
There's that. Yeah, man.
If you shed it, if you trim it, or if you shed it off completely, I could trim off like 2 years off of you, I think.
Oh man, trust me. Like
man.
once I shave, like I look like a totally different person. So yeah.
Oh man, what has this conversation devolved into?
Oh,
sorry.
man.
Let's sorry for the tangent, for that
It's
long-winded
cool,
tangent.
cool.
Yeah, let's pivot back to the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh,
They're
okay. They're
they're
not duo,
not
but like a group,
not a
like
duo,
iconic
but
group.
hey,
Yeah. Okay.
Dude, come on, I had to do it to him. Xavier, listen to me, bro.
Yeah,
I had
man.
to do it to the spectators. I had to do it to the listeners, bro. I can't do the Powerpuff Girls dirty like that, bro. I gotta mention them.
Heck yeah. Those
They
are
were
classics.
They were
OGs.
Dude, they were OGs, bro. They were OGs. I had so much fun watching the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, man.
But okay, just to give you a legitimate answer, I know Powerpuff Girls isn't legitimate because they're a three-piece, right? One of the better 1-2 punches out there would have to be the unsung 1-2 punches from Cartoon Network from the 2000s. Would have to be, and they came towards the tail end of the 2000s. Would have to be Ben and Gwen.
Okay.
Ben and Gwen,
yeah,
right? Yeah. I mean, they kept bickering. They were at each other's throats. They were always duking it out. But when push came to shove, they were ready. They were ready to rise to the occasion.
Yeah,
Best
man.
of cousins. But yeah, great cousins.
Benton was really cool. That was a really cool series.
Yeah, but none of these duos could really hold a candle to Xavier and Boaz. You know, they just pale in comparison to. They just pale in comparison to Xavier and Boaz. Cause that's where the money is at right there.
Oh,
Xavier
man.
and Boaz. If someone were to make like a Bad Boys-esque movie about us, that'd be so cool.
Bad Boys. Okay, now that you say that, Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. Heck yeah.
let's go.
Bad
Let's go,
Boys,
baby.
Okay, if you're talking about like iconic duos, I think like the funny guys, the comedians, the comedic pairs, those are like the best, dude. Like you got Will Smith and Martin Lawrence and Bad Boys. Like legit, those guys are like super funny in all three films, man. Definitely, especially I love the part in Bad Boys where Will Smith and Martin Lawrence was that the boyfriend of Martin Lawrence's daughter, Reggie, the guy Reggie, like he came to pick the daughter up, and then like Will Smith and Martin Lawrence just like demolished the guy outside the house. Like
Yeah, that was so funny.
so dope. Yeah. Like, what's your name, man? What's your name? What's that? And then the funny
How old
part,
are you? How old are you?
Yeah. How you look 15, man? You look 30, man.
You look grown, man.
You look grown. Yeah.
I don't know. I want to take a stab at the one of the best comedic pairings, at least in the Philippines, the best comedic 1-2 punch ever to have graced the cinema screens. I would say would have to be Rene Requestas and Redford White, if you remember them from all those old movies. Rene Requestas and Redford White.
That's old.
Maybe
old school, I think, right?
Yeah, that's OG. That's pretty old school. Maybe if I showed you a picture, you'd have a better grasp of it. But you're just gonna have to take my word for it.
Yeah. Now I'm checking it out. Yeah, I think I've seen that already. Yeah.
Dude, they evoke so much laughter off of people, and they do it in the most Promethean, the most creative ways. Like when you really break it down cerebrally, what they do, you see how well oiled their heads are. You start to see how well engineered these laughs are, and how they just work at a completely different level apart from all of us, on a comedic level at least, and on an acting level too. Dare I say, the gears in their head just turn in a different direction. They just march to the beat of their own drum, and they take certain cues from Charlie Chaplin, one of the best to ever do it. But I think they introduced body comedy to the Philippines in a way that is unprecedented and hasn't really been trodden all that well before, at least not until they were doing it. So that's pretty salient duo right there from the Philippines too. I wanted to go more regional.
All right.
I wanted to go more regional, so that would have to be my pick. They were super great at comedy, and I remember just perpetually lionizing them as a kid, and still to this day.
Yeah.
They're awesome. They're my heroes.
I mean, you're talking about comedians, right? What I'm thinking of right now is a duo. Like, you can't deny Key and Peele, dude.
Yeah, Key and Peele. Come on.
Those
Come
two,
on,
the skits of those two are like, damn, they're super funny, man. Like, you have,
Balake.
but yeah, you have the substitute teacher, Balake, D Nice, Jay Quallen. Oh boy.
Aaron.
Balake.
What's the name of the principal?
Oshak Hennessy. Yeah.
Oshak Hennessy.
Sir, don't you mean Principal O'Shaughnessy? Get the hell out of my class.
And then he finally got the name of Peele right towards the end.
Timothy.
Yeah, can I pick my daughter up? Oh yeah, that's completely valid.
You may leave. Oh, man.
You may leave, but you can't leave for any of the org-related stuff.
Yeah.
For all the legitimate issues and all the legitimate opinions, not to undermine, of course, and not to trivialize having a daughter, right? I mean, that's a legitimate issue too, but I don't think you're supposed to have a daughter when you're in middle school, which was what they were depicting in the skit. That was super effective.
Yeah,
loved it.
They have so many skits, man. Like, it's crazy.
The fantasy football one too.
Oh yeah.
That was funny. The football one. They would introduce these football players.
Yeah. Then what else? I'm thinking like the presidential anger management translator, Luther. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good, man. That was good.
Oh man.
I enjoyed that thoroughly.
Yeah, I binge watched so much of their stuff. So yeah.
Look, I enjoyed so much of their stuff thoroughly for reasons I can't state, because we're working within a framework. We're working within the confines of a scholastic, school-related podcast. So yeah, I don't think I can say some of the other ones.
Yeah. It's cool. So yeah, I guess I think from duos, I think we should like move on to like a bigger scope, maybe.
Go, man. Go ahead.
I'm thinking maybe let's also like think about groups, and also I'm thinking, how about let's move on over to like music, because like I feel like music, like having a good chemistry among a group, band's members, or the artist or a duo, having good chemistry between them like results in great music, you know what I'm saying? And like it's reflective in the artists, like from past and present, and in their music, like let's say duos.
I mean, look at what happened to Oasis. Sorry?
Yeah, Oasis. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, Oasis.
Hey, look at what happened to Oasis. Look at what happened to Guns N' Roses, right? I'm just alluding to what you said about I mean, the lead singers of those bands were very hard to work with. And then it led to the death of the group, because they weren't cool to work with at all. So it's all about chemistry, It's all about definitely just, dipping your head down and at certain times compromising and capitulating to the will of other people. So it's a compromise. It's a give and take.
I'm thinking like.
Sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Like I'm thinking like old school like duos. I'm thinking Hall and Oates. Yeah, you listen to their stuff. Yeah. Like my dad's like a big fan of their music. Like hell, I
love Man Eater.
I have a vinyl record of them like behind me. So yeah, that's cool. And who else?
That says it all.
Yeah. Who else? Maybe if you listen to like old
Simon and
school,
Garfunkel.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, that's also
Simon and Garfunkel's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's another good one.
Yeah, and like
although I like Paul Simon a bit more.
Okay.
I like Paul Simon a bit more.
Okay.
Honest.
Man.
He's my bias. You know how people are starting to have biases
in a group,
over K-pop groups. He's sort of he's my bias. Paul Simon.
Oh man.
One of the best to ever wield an acoustic guitar.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yep.
yeah, that's old school. Like I don't know really much like from like the old school, like from back then. But I'm thinking like looking at the groups and duos right now, a lot of like acts right now, like they're family based or like they're all within the family. Like let's say Jonas Brothers, that's one. I would say, of course, Billie
Yeah.
Eilish and Phineas.
Haim.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Billie Eilish and
Yeah.
Phineas.
Yeah, like it's like
Haim.
way better like if like your band or like your artist like team or your group or tandem is like it's within the family. Like you
Oh,
will
yeah.
have no like extreme conflict compared to like other like groups, man. Definitely.
Mm.
And there's the chemistry there already. Like it's already built within the fam. So
Hey
yeah.
man, you heard about the band Heart? They
I-
did the song Barracuda. I think they're most famous. They're most famous for the song Barracuda. They're actually made up of two sisters. Yeah, the Wilson sisters.
Okay.
Super great band. So I just wanted to put them on your radar
Okay.
along with Haim.
Sure.
Haim and
sure,
Heart, power sister, twosomes and threesomes in rock.
sure. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Okay,
That's-
Haim being the three-hander and Heart being the two-hander.
Yeah, Jaime listened to
But
their.
you knew that already.
Yeah, Jaime listened to their
Yeah,
stuff.
I love Haim.
Definitely, really cool.
Super cool.
Who else? I'm thinking like let's how about duos? I'm thinking like the rappers now. I'm thinking Chris
Oh,
Brown,
yeah.
Tyga. Oh man,
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's
Kanye
definitely-
and Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. Yeah,
Kanye and Jay-Z. Yeah.
especially like you go and like look back at those years that they were at their prime, like 2012 to 2014. That
Mhm.
was like Chris Brown, Tyga releasing songs together. They even dropped an album together, I
Oh, yeah.
believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Then right now, all the young ones right now, they're all going around like Travis Scott. I would say Travis Scott and Young Thug, they got something going on. They're dropping bangers. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Then Young Thug and with his quote unquote kids, Lil Baby and Gunna.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little Baby and Gunna, man.
Oh,
Love
man. That's really awesome. And I mean, you
Can
can't deny.
can we just
All right, sure,
Yeah.
sure. What was that? What was
Can we
that?
just take a moment? Can we just take a moment to talk about how, in a certain space and time, back in the early 2010s, Tyga and Chris Brown linked up, and they existed in a very inextricable, symbiotic way. They were
Okay.
making the best music that time, man. And I just wanted to give credit where credit's due, and I just wanted to ruminate on that for a minute
Yeah, yeah.
and sort of that's something I wanted to belabor further. They were at their prime, man. It was such a good duo, such a short-lived one too. I wish they were doing more music together again.
Yeah, but like it's cool because like Tyga kind of fell off after that, but he made like
Yeah,
an
he
awesome
did.
comeback. Respect to the guy, man.
Yeah, respect to him.
The guy's comeback was like really like lit. And then
Good
like
taste.
yeah.
Taste.
After he dropped that boom, the comeback was real essentially. I'd say another one would be the Migos, dude. That's another
Oh,
like
yeah.
fam group,
ATL baby.
ATL.
ATL.
That way.
Aren't they cousins or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're cousins.
Yeah, they're cousins. So yeah, and yeah, they live together. They actually, the funny thing is like they were cooking up some crack and other drugs back then in like a trap house, and then like they'd make. Listen, like they did like rap as a pastime, and then like after they got their like talent on hand and they got their
Oh,
bars
man.
straight, boom, like they left making drugs and now they're big time rappers, man.
Hi, yeah, you killing me.
Man, like you should see like what their early work looks like. The album cover is just them inside the trap house, and they're just there like 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 in like regular like normie clothes and holding up signs and everything.
Super DIY.
Yeah, super DIY essentially. Man. Then like I'm thinking groups, no? How about Brockhampton, man?
Oh man, there's too many to count.
Yeah,
How many are?
I'm thinking 12 or 13 because like Brockhampton counts even the guys that work behind the scenes, eh?
Man, too much, man.
Yeah.
They're like a K-pop group now at this point.
Oh man.
In
Yeah.
terms of head count. Yeah.
Like K-pop groups, they have like hundreds of them in a single group or something, and they all, and like I like it's hard to keep count and keep track on who's who, because every time they make a music video or they do an outing, they all change their hair colors. So nothing's constant or static about all the members.
Oh man.
So yeah.
No discernible distinguishing qualities.
Yeah. Man. And what's cool, like what I love about Brockhampton is that they are, like a boy. I don't know what you call them. Like people jokingly call them a boy band or like rap group, a collective. But what I love about them is when they make music, it sounds like they're not making music. They're just like vibing essentially.
They're just vibing.
The squad's vibing. That's their music essentially. And I love that.
Yes.
Really awesome.
Yeah, they're super good at making music and at the same time consuming it in the process.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Which is it's super hard to strike a balance.
Yeah.
But when you've reached that sweet spot, when you've reached that plateau, I mean, that's the pinnacle of musicality right there. When you're just as much a consumer as you are a performer in that moment. You're just as much a witness and a person who's experiencing it.
Yeah. Man,
Need I say more?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Yeah.
Like who else? Like who else are you thinking of, man? Like I think I'm kind of good. I'm quite good here already. Like I can't think of anyone else right now. Like who we could include in this like lineup that we have. Like who else?
George, I'm gonna take a throwback here. I'm gonna take some liberties here. I hope you don't mind. Let's cast our minds back to the 80s, the 70s. The late and great George Harrison, 1/4 of the Beatles, stellar guitar player, prodigious guitar player. Vastly better than what most people lead on or give him credit for, to be honest. He's just grossly, perversely underrated. Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's for another podcast. That's for another discussion.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
We'll table that. We'll shelve that for now. Let's back it up, Xavier. Would you back it up for me, man? Put it in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah. I got it. I got it. I'm gonna
for the archives.
I'm gonna put it in the filing cabinet and just pull it out whenever we need it. So yeah, it's safe. The stuff is safe. You got it.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
In a Ziploc.
Anyway.
Yeah. So you got George Harrison and a slow hand himself. Yes, Eric Clapton. They had a bond, man.
Definitely.
They were friends. But they were the best of enemies too.
Okay.
They fought over. This is the stuff of legend and lore, and I love it for all the right reasons too. Because in this woman's memoir, she wrote about it, if I'm not mistaken. She said that, and this has been corroborated, I think, by Clapton himself. It's been said, and it's been hypothesized that they fought over the girl's hand in marriage through a guitar battle. And at the time, mind you, this girl in question was already married to George Harrison. So Eric Clapton is called he's being lauded as slow hand for all these years. He should be lauded as Mr. Steal Your Girl. Cause he freaking won that guitar. He won that guitar solo match, man. And he took this girl's hand in marriage. And the marriage didn't last for very long. But yeah, George Harrison lost to a guitar battle to slow hand himself.
That's like Chad alpha male like moves right there, man. Like
man, they just guitar dueled it. You know.
Like you're not gonna like court the girl anymore. You're just gonna straight up gonna have like a guitar battle in the middle of nowhere.
Guitar battle, man. Just a sporadic guitar battle at George Harrison's place, at his living room of all places. Yeah, and the short of it is that Eric Clapton came out on top.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah.
And George Harrison lost his wife, his dignity that day. I mean, who could really win against the man
Eric
himself?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Who could win? That's tough competition.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, do you have anything more, bro? I think we should hop on over to our last segment.
Oh yeah. Else? Let's go.
Yeah, definitely. So our last segment, all right? So we are last episode we brought back Fact or Fiction. For this episode, we are bringing back another OG classic. Guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about, we are bringing back Skip or Stream. Woo! All right? skip or stream, and with the theme of this episode, skip or stream Friendship Edition, and we are
Yes,
gonna
sir.
be dropping sauce for you guys that's gonna be tracks that will let you like vibe along, that are about friendship and stuff. And we got the sauce, we got the drip, we got everything here, the music that you can listen to chill with your friends, man, or bros,
Oh,
or
yeah.
crew,
Or
or
crew.
sisters, whatever you call them.
Whatever you call them.
Yeah.
for
Me, I'm gonna drop my first one. I'm thinking of The Weeknd. Yeah, thinking about The Weeknd, like his one of his like tracks from before, from years ago. It's called Reminder.
You know me, you know me, you know me.
I love this song. The song really highlights The Weeknd's talent, bringing out his singing, and he spits hard bars on this track. And the song in its entirety is all about celebrating your achievements with the gang, with your bros, with your homies, reminding everyone of your greatness as a group and as a friendship. And yeah, it's a definite stream. What do you think about that, man?
So should I tell them mine? Should I drop it on?
Sure.
Yeah, this one comes courtesy of the movie Rudderless.
Okay.
Right? I don't know if you guys have seen Rudderless. One of Anton Yelchin's last films before he was so callously taken away from this world.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but it is what it is, and at least we have the rest of his filmography to remember him by, and he's always going to be immortalized through his work. That's the beauty of movies, right?
Definitely.
These people are never really gone. These people
Yeah.
are never really gone. So rest in peace, Anton Yelchin.
Definitely.
Yeah, he's a very hyper musical guy too, unbeknownst to a lot of people. He's not just an actor, guys. He's a lot of things. Well, very multifaceted guy, and this performance in Rudderless isn't indicative of that. Very telling of his musical chops and his capabilities, capacities, music.
You're my sidekick, you're my alibi, you're my right hand man.
He sang the song alongside Billy Crudup, right? Who plays his mentor figure, and it's a song called "Real Friends" from the OST, from the motion picture Rudderless. Let me just read to you guys some of the lyrics. You're my sidekick, you're my alibi, you're my right hand man, you're my homeboy, you're my main dude, you're my best laid plan. I mean, come on. I mean, that's as on the nose as it gets. If you ask me, it's pretty on the nose right there. It's a very clear cut song for friends. It's just about as cut and dry as they make them. So if you guys aren't checking it out, you're missing out. So check out Rudderless, check out the song. It's better within the context, within the purview of the movie.
Me, I would like to I would like to go to my next one. I'm thinking, if it's friendship, it's right now, I'm thinking about chilling with your group, chilling with your homies. Like, yeah, I'm thinking about Gold Link, man. His like awesome friggin' single Crew.
She see money all around me. I look like I'm the man. Yeah, but I was down and out like last week. Tell me, where have you been?
Man, this is
money all around me.
Definitely, man. The hook on that one is super smooth, silky smooth, man.
Smooth.
Yeah,
With a capital S.
Yeah. Song is straight fire, Gold Link's flow, Glizzy's energy, and Brent Fies' vocals just whip up the chill vibes. And just from the title, it's all about the crew, it's all about the group of friends. And it's quite evident from the hook of the song, chicks don't hold no rank, man, just the homies, man.
Hey, I implore you, I beseech everybody to listen to the remix.
Oh, with
Gucci
Gucci Mane. Yeah, that's awesome.
Let me go ahead and pivot to the next pick, which would have to be Guys from the 1970s.
Oh yeah, it's my all-time favorite band. Definitely.
Need I say more? I kind of feel like it does leave a lot to the imagination. These guys, it's a song about your bros.
Yeah.
It's all about your dudes, your guys, your dudettes. Yes.
Dudettes.
Your girlfriends too. your friends that happen to be females. Yes, they're not excluded.
Yeah.
I know naming it guys would seem like very dismissive, but no, it's a one size fits all kind of thing, and it works for the dudettes too. So don't let the title stop you.
I mean, I think that's it for me, man. I don't have any other like songs in my end here.
Yeah, I think we'd be remiss though not to mention and not to foreshadow the song that we'll be doing later.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's a song called "Count on Me" by Bruno Mars. Also, a very uplifting song about friendship.
You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll be doing that in a bit, right, David?
Yeah,
we'll
yeah. In a bit, yeah. I mean, Count on Me, that was like one of my graduation songs back in like grade school and stuff.
You're gonna make me tear up. You're gonna make me tear up.
I mean, really, the song's really like, very sincere about friendship and stuff, you know. Heck yeah.
I have such fond memories of the song too.
Yeah. Really.
That makes two of us. You and me both.
Yeah,
that makes two of us.
That's really damn awesome, man. Definitely.
Indeed.
Yeah. I mean,
alright.
Yeah, I think that's Skip or Stream Friendship Edition.
That's about it.
That's about it, yeah. I mean, you guys, like, you know, you can check out all the music that we dropped on here, so yeah. And I guess that about wraps it up for this episode. Yeah, we've been talking for an hour about friendship and all the other cool stuff. So yeah, I think, Boaz, we should head on over to our closing song, which is "Count on Me" by Bruno Mars. Heck yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's get on to it. So yeah, guys.
Ready when you are.
Yeah, guys, we'll be back in 3, 2, 1.
If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, you'll be there. Can't count on you like 4, 3, 2, you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah.
What is up, guys? We are back from our performance of "Count on Me" by Bruno Mars. What is up? So yeah, we sauced that performance up. We sauced it up with the vocals. I just added some effects and all the other icing on the cake. What you think about that, Buzz?
I mean, you know, here in Music Lowdown, we wrap it all up. We sew it all up in a very neat way with a bow, and we do it through the closing song. That's the purpose of the closing song, and I hope we lived up to that in this episode. Thank you for listening, and of course, don't be afraid or don't be reluctant to shoot us a message at musiclowdown123. That's musiclowdown123@gmail.com. Right? If you want to recommend certain segments to us, any song requests, anything under the sun, really, it's always going to be there, and just shoot us a DM. We'll be happy to oblige.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning into the Music Lowdown's 8th episode. I wish you all good luck on the upcoming finals, guys. So yeah, of course, study first. You know, do your very best, give your 150,000%, and yeah, I hope you guys learned something from our final survival guide. Yeah, stick with your friends. You know, the real ones, the real homies, and
Real ones, baby.
real ones, baby. So yeah, I guess that is it. This is your boy Xavier signing off. Woo!
This is Boaz. Thank you for listening to Music Lowdown.
We've got the best tunes on Dispatch, iACADEMY's first and only music-centric podcast. Original renditions of your favorite songs, reviews, and then some. All under one roof. You're tuned in to the Music Lowdown with Xavier and Boaz, powered by iACADEMY.